Hi everyone and welcome back to How Have We Never Seen This Before. This is season 2, episode 1, and we watched Love Island, US version.
Yes, so stay tuned to hear us talk about the lack of nudity, how Black women deserve more, and dating during unprecedented times. Let's get into it. This is a podcast where two best friends talk about movies they've never seen before.
I'm Isabel.
And I'm Lauren.
And this is How Have We Never Seen This Before. This week's winner of our Guess the Movie contest is one of Lauren's friends from up at Syracuse, Elise. So congrats, Elise. And if you want a shout out at the beginning of one of our episodes, make sure to follow us on Instagram at How Have We Never Podcast. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to season 2 of How Have We Never Seen This Before.
We're back.
I can't believe we stuck with this long. I'm proud of us.
Neither can I.
Yeah, so we're kind of shifting, not really, but sort of shifting gears for season 2. We are doing TV shows, so we're going to watch trending TV shows for this season, and depending on like how long the episode is, we'll maybe change the format of each episode. We're not really sure yet, but for this episode, we watched Love Island US. So this episode was like an hour and a half long, so we're keeping it like normal. We're just going to talk about the episode, and then at the end, we'll just say like how, I guess, like if we'll keep watching it, because so hopefully these shows are current. If they're not current, we'll just be like, yeah, we'll keep going, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But Love Island is a huge time commitment. So.
Yes. I guess you should also know our background of watching Love Island. So the last month that we were abroad in Australia, we, instead of studying for our exams, we dedicated our time to watching Love Island UK. And apparently the American version is just as bad, if not worse. So we decided we'd give this a try, and oh my god, it was really difficult to get through. But we have a lot of ground to cover, so I guess we should get right into it.
Yeah. So for this season, they're like recording it right now. So they're in quarantine, and they had to quarantine for probably like a month before they could even go to the show. But they're in Las Vegas, and they're in a hotel. They didn't go to a villa because no one wants us.
Yeah.
But honestly, just from the start of it, I was like, this doesn't seem as good, I'm using air quotes, as the UK version. Like, the UK version is so trashy and hilarious that this just doesn't have that, I don't know, that feeling, you know? When you watch it, you're like, wow, I'm like so ready to be immersed in this. I don't know.
No, I get that. And also, I was not really expecting the narrator, announcer man, to have such an annoying voice, but in a bad way. And his jokes were not as good as the UK guy.
I know, I miss him so much. He was hilarious. There was one joke at the very, very end that I'll like say. That was the only one I found funny.
Yep. And the quarantine humor just made me queasy. Like, he said, like, everyone will be wearing swimsuits the size of your face mask. Like, I do not want to be reminded that we are in quarantine here and we have to wear face masks.
Yeah, and also I was just thinking about those people who like actually wear their face masks as like bathing suits. They're like, well, masks are mandatory, so I'll wear it like this.
Ew.
Have you seen that?
No.
It's disgusting.
Or like, have you seen the pictures of people who will wear like bathing suits or underwear as a face mask?
Yes.
Goodbye.
That's even worse.
I'm passing away.
Okay, so this episode starts and this host, I don't know who she is.
Neither
Like
do I.
at least like with UK, I knew of Caroline Flack.
The only reason why you know of Caroline Flack is because you're a One Direction stan.
Yeah, well, at least I knew who that was. I feel like UK people know her though, because she did X Factor.
Yeah,
Like, I have no idea who this Ariel person is.
yeah. Whoever is like a fan of her is gonna be really offended if they listen to this.
Is anybody?
Oh my god.
But yeah, I like, and then the show started after she like drove up and did her weird little intro, and I was like, oh, the music.
Ugh. Dun,
Whatever.
dun, 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 dun. Sorry.
But like even from that, this is like 2 minutes in, and I was like, this isn't the same. It's like I'm not ready to invest in this. Um, and their villa looks exactly like the villa the UK one looked like.
Yeah.
Like it's all set up the same. The fire pit thing, everything looked the same.
Except they're like the cheesy quotes that are in the neon lights.
Yeah.
Those kind of annoyed me. Like spilled the tea or it was all a dream. Like
It's not
stop.
UK trashy. It's like US trashy cringe.
Yeah. Like there's a difference between trashy and cringe.
Yeah.
And I feel like US Love Island is more cringy.
Yeah, definitely. It's just not like it doesn't work for US culture.
Yeah.
um but yeah, so then
I think that it just doesn't work because the censorship on US television is so annoying. I think that's a
yeah,
big part of it too.
definitely. They were also, I feel like they were wearing clothes a lot more than the UK.
We're gonna get into that because I have some thoughts.
Okay, let's get like into the show. So the girls pull up and their drivers have masks on, and I was like, oh, that's kind of that's kind of cute. And I'm assuming the hotel must have been completely empty for them to at least do the intro,
Mhm.
because there was just no cars, no one there as they're pulling up.
They probably rented out the whole hotel for the staff, the islanders, air quotes, and then the extra islanders that they have ready to jump in whenever.
Yeah, yeah, they would have to be there the whole time. Yeah, so then they like pull up and they're wearing those awful like mic packs that like hang around their necks the entire time. They're so
Yeah.
ugly. Like, I don't know, clip on the. There's like better ways to do that. But then the first two girls that pull up are Moira and Selly, and Moira's a shopping channel model. Like, that's quite a job. I feel like that'd be really fun.
That would
Um,
be.
and then the girl, I couldn't remember. It's been so long since I watched the show. I couldn't remember how it works. But so the girls all arrive first, like two by two or one by one, and then the guys like pick the girls as they come in.
Hmm.
It'll make sense. Um, but like, I don't know who would decide to do this right in the middle of a pandemic.
What do you mean?
Like, all right, I'm gonna go on this TV show, and
I mean, if they're 100% being safe, I would definitely do it. Imagine like just like chilling in a villa in Las Vegas.
I guess I don't know. It's just like weird to me.
I guess. It just seems more exciting than what I'm doing now, which
That's
is nothing.
yeah. I'm in school. I don't.
Another thing that like made me laugh about this is how much they're trying to hype up being in Las Vegas right now.
I
Like
know.
they're like, "Ooh, what a beautiful view." And the camera pans to Caesar's Palace. Like you
It's
could
not
be
pretty.
you could be on a beach in Mexico right now if this wasn't a pandemic and you're trying to hype up the view.
Yeah.
Stop.
It was
Just
just
admit
like
it's trash and it's fine. Making the best out of the situation.
I don't know why they didn't go to like California and rent a condo on the beach or something. You know, I feel like
Or like Hawaii.
Hawaii was like really strict though about people coming in, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
You have to quarantine for 2 weeks.
but anyway, so more girls are walking in, and the first girl, Caitlin, she looked exactly like Mora from the side. Every time like I saw her like a quick glance, I think she was Mora. Mora.
Oh, Mora, like from UK?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do look similar.
And then the next girl that walks in is Mackenzie. She's like blonde, really big boobs, like
That's all I noticed
ridiculously
about
big.
her. The sad thing is that the whole time she was talking about how she's more than just her looks, and I was like really, really, really trying to focus on what she was saying, but all I could see were her
Was her
boobs.
boobs? They were so big. I was like, how do they
It's
fit in anything? Um, but okay, so this is the thing that I thought like 20 minutes in after all the girls showed up. I was like, I feel like they're just trying to replicate all the girls from the UK season that we watched because like by looks. Caitlin looks exactly like Mora. Um, Mackenzie reminds me of Amy. Uh, Moira, Lucy. I'm forgetting other people, and I don't remember the one girl's name from the British one, but Justine reminds me of her.
well, maybe it's just them casting, like they're trying to be quote unquote diverse in their casting, so like they think that's what they think is diverse, which
No,
is like not at all.
but like, just like they were exactly the same. It was just weird. And then like the way that Justine, not like she's treated, but the way it turns out for her reminded me exactly of that, and I was like, this is weird.
Dude, what happens to Justine? It really makes my blood boil.
It makes me so upset because it's exactly what happened last for the other season we watched.
Yeah, and don't you think it's a bit peculiar how like we see this as a recurring theme for black women on the show?
I know.
like
It's like this isn't it.
like are you kidding me? Like why wouldn't you make sure that the guys on the show are interested in black women?
Yeah.
It just makes me sad. But wait, I thought that you were going to bring up the fact that like their bathing suits cover so much more than on the UK version.
No, well, like I was thinking about that later because I was like, is she wearing clothes? But she was like wearing a bathing suit that's like that had like sleeves, like off the shoulder sleeves, and I was like, this is weird. Why do they have so many clothes on?
Yeah, like in the UK version, you can see like everyone's whole butt, but
And they don't blur it out or anything.
yeah, in the US version, everyone wears like full coverage bikinis.
Yeah, it's like kind of disappointing
I know.
because you're watching it for that. Like if it's gonna be trashy, it has to be, you know.
We want more nudity. I want to see some butts.
Yeah, yeah. So I just like kept comparing it to the UK version, and I was like, I need to stop. Also, I didn't write down when Justine came in. I don't know why, but Justine is another girl. There's 5 girls.
Yeah. Justine, I think that she's the coolest one, honestly, because she's a billing coordinator with a finance degree, but she's also a dancer.
She's a
I'm not
go-go dancer.
Yeah. Like that's so cool. Like she probably doesn't need to be like she probably doesn't have to financially be a go-go dancer, but she probably does it because it's fun. I think that's so
She
cool.
reminds me of Jenna Marbles because Jenna Marbles was a go-go dancer.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Anyway, so now all the girls are together, and Ariel, whatever her name is, comes in, and I don't get the point of a host on this show because they're there for maybe 20 minutes max the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, they were talking about like their types of guys, and then I think it was Sally or Caitlin who was like, my type Zayn Malik.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like, me too.
Caitlin says that.
So then they're like, it's the pairing ceremony. Is that what they call it?
I guess it's kind of
Coupling
weird.
up, coupling up. That's
Pairing
I
ceremony.
don't know. So the girls all stand in the water. I don't know why they're standing in the water. It's weird.
I know. I feel like their ankles. They're only in up to their ankles, and I feel like their ankles and their feet are probably so wrinkly by the end of it
That's
all.
so weird. Like just stand on the ground. I don't know. So the first boy, his name is Jeremiah. He's from Mississippi and he doesn't have a British accent and I'm upset.
He does have a strong Southern accent,
Yeah,
and
it's not the same.
no, he walks in and he immediately starts Millie rocking, and I'm like, please stop. You were fine up until that very moment. Do not Millie rock into the ceremony, please.
Yeah, it's just it's so cringy.
And then he's like, yeah, I'm from a small town where everyone has been with everyone. And that kind of reminds me of our town,
Mm, our
or at
high
least our high
school.
school. Yeah.
Yeah. This part gives me like so much secondhand.
Yes. Yes.
Is it embarrassment? Is it like just like being uncomfortable?
I was like screaming while I was sitting down, like, oh my god.
Like for every guy or two of them, one person steps forward. Like no one wants to step forward.
There
I'm
was
like,
one where no one stepped forward.
there were three.
Yeah.
Like, how do you? Oh my! Like, I'd feel so bad about myself.
Same. Well, okay, the worst one was Jeremiah because no one steps forward for Jeremiah except Justine.
And
And
he
then
doesn't pick
he
her.
doesn't pick her. And then at the end of the coupling up, someone takes so Jeremiah picks Sully, and at the end of the coupling up, someone else picks Sully.
So,
Someone else picks Sully. So Jeremiah ends up with Justine because no one picked her. That's so uncomfortable and makes me want to die.
that's what happened with the other girl.
This is exactly what happened to Yewande season 5.
Yeah, but like, why does this happen? Like, the fact that it happened to two black girls makes me upset.
I know.
Like, and they're both amazing people. Like, Yuande was a biologist.
Yeah.
She was incredibly smart. She was so beautiful.
Yep.
And everyone just kept passing on her, and I felt awful. Like, she deserved someone so good.
Okay, she deserved none of those boys because they're all trash.
Yeah, they're trash, but like she should have been picked, and it still bothers me.
I know. The fact that this is such a reoccurring theme on Love Island means that there's a huge issue here.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the other seasons. Like I tried to, but I couldn't get into it because it just didn't have the same feeling of sitting on our disgusting couch and just binging it all day.
Our smelly couch.
But yeah. So Justine stepped forward for Jeremiah. He didn't pick her. He picked Sally. And then the next person who comes in is his name is James, but I forgot his name because I stopped and then I restarted like later in the day, and I kept writing down Chris. So if I say Chris, I mean James.
He does look like a Chris.
I don't
He?
know like where I even got that name because there's no one named Chris on the show.
No,
Maybe I
really.
was thinking of Chris from. Maybe his name wasn't even Chris. I don't know. But yeah, no one stepped forward for James either.
Yep.
He ended up with Moira, and they seem pretty cute. Like later,
Yeah. They're both really cringy and awkward, but I think
yeah.
it works.
It reminds me of Curtis and Amy,
Oh yeah.
but then also it reminds me of Lucy and whatever his name is, because they were like so stuck on each other from the Joe. Was it Joe?
I have no idea who Lucy is.
You don't remember Lucy's the one who like tried to get with the guy that Molly May is with?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it reminded me of. But yeah, anyway, and then so no one steps forward for James. He ends up with Moira.
So every time that like what's her name? Ariel.
Oh yeah, she says the same thing every time. She's like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna make this really easy for you.
like, excuse me, like, no one asked you. But she does ask everyone who, like, doesn't step forward why they didn't step forward, which is just really demeaning to do in front of the person who you just rejected. So she asks Moira why she didn't step forward, and she goes, "I'm just looking for an she goes, "I'm just looking for an instant connection with someone." How are you going to make an instant connection with someone by like spotting them like 20 feet away? That's
I don't
not how
know.
that works. You
That's
you
what that
talk
was
to
their.
someone and it's an instant connection.
That's what they all said though. They were like, yeah, I'm like looking for that as soon as they walk in. Like I'm like that's the person, but
Like, ew.
sorry.
Your instant connection is just based off of looks.
Yeah, but that's what this whole show's based off of anyway.
Yeah.
Although one thing I brought it up later in my notes, but like I feel like they all look more natural. Like not even like they like fillers or whatever. Like I don't care about that, but I feel like there's no filter on them at all times. Like so they have perfect skin.
They use filters on the other shows.
I don't know, but like they just seem too perfect all the time.
Yeah.
But like you could see Sally's like when she takes her makeup off, they show her like acne scars, and they same with Mackenzie.
Yeah. It makes me happy to know that these are like real people who also like don't have the best skin or like are just
Yeah,
normal.
that's the one thing that I think I prefer about this one, but that's about it. um, but yeah, so the next guy is Trey, and in his little intro thing, he's like, "Yeah, I'm a player." Like, who wants to admit that?
Yeah. While he's like also talking about how much of a player he is, Sexy and I Know It is playing by LMFAO, and it just really throws off the vibe because I don't think that song really emulates player vibes.
He's also laying in a car with like fake bubbles, like making it look like he doesn't have any clothes on.
Oh, I thought they were like it was like a ball pit, but in a
Yeah,
car.
they kind of like bubbles because they were blue, but like it was just like covering his bathing suit shorts or whatever. I was like, this isn't it.
Yeah. And then he
But
also compares himself to a dog on a leash. Like, is that how you're going to talk about your approach to getting a girlfriend?
it's very. Mm.
Like, I don't believe you when you say that you're done being a player.
Yeah, and he's definitely not. But no one steps forward for Trey either.
I wanted to die.
I was like, what are you doing?
And then someone says he has dangerous eyes. What does that
Yeah, I think
mean?
that's Caitlin. I was like, what are you talking about?
How can eyes be dangerous?
But so Trey's the one who took Selly from Jeremiah. So that means Jeremiah has to wait on the side until everyone else is done, and then he gets whoever's loved.
Yeah. Oh, and right before it cuts to commercial, you can hear someone screaming, "No, please!" That's so awkward.
Okay, I didn't hear that.
I did. Someone was straight up screaming, "No, please!" while he was just standing there putting himself out there.
God, that's awful. So the next guy, his name is Connor. Apparently he's 23 or something. He doesn't look. None of these people. They're all the guys are like, yeah, I'm 22. I'm 23. They look like they're in their mid 30s.
Yeah, it's a facial hair, I think.
It's like you. I'm sorry, but like you're 22. You don't look as old as any of those people
Nope,
do.
I look like an infant. There's something about Connor that just screams like solid dude.
I wrote he just seems annoying.
Oh, he seems annoying, but he's just like solid dude. Like there's nothing perhaps going on up there.
Mackenzie steps forward for him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is one of the others that like actually get some money. But it's really annoying because there's no drama. Like in the UK one, like two people will step at the same time, three people will step up at the same time, or like a girl who's already with someone will step up.
Hmm.
And there's none of that.
I think that okay, from what I've watched of this show so far and kind of what I've experienced like with like different like with American girls versus like girls from other countries. American girls at the very start of getting to know them, they play super nice and like
Mm,
they will pretend to be so nice to you and pretend to be your best friend, and like the first day you meet them will be like, "Oh my god, I love you. Let's hug." And then like the second like you really get to know them, like you sometimes see a not so nice side, but the UK girls I feel like or Australian girls like
they're straight up.
they're straight up they'll be like, I don't like you at all. Like stop pretending to be my friend.
Yeah, I feel like though Caitlyn, I think she's real. Like, because she's older than the rest of them. She's 27, and I
Mhm.
think just like from the way she acts, I don't know. I think she's my favorite, and she's just like a very real person.
Yeah. No, I thought so too. But I just think, like, of course, we think all of these girls seem really nice at first.
Yeah, it'll
Um,
like all fall apart later.
yeah. But after Mackenzie steps forward for Connor, all the girls are like nitpicking why they didn't pick him. Like, oh, I don't like your facial hair. Or, oh, I just don't like what you look like.
Like that's awful, especially for her. Like she was like, I like you. I'm gonna step forward.
Yeah. But then I also wrote down, I hate his flip flops.
Then so the next person's Carrington, and the only person I know whose name is Carrington is it's a girl name in my mind. I don't know what her last name is. She's some like influencer or whatever. But he seems so full of himself.
I hated him. He walks in, and the first thing he says to a group of beautiful women and his future bros is, "Where are the girls at?" Like, I hate him.
He's just like awful.
And
Um,
then he says he's from Utah. Like, someone from Utah should not be that arrogant. Like, you are from Utah. Be quiet.
yeah, I don't like him at all. But he gets paired up with Caitlyn, and I'm like, no, thank you, not for her. Um,
Not for anyone.
and so that's like, it seems like it's the end of the coupling up, and so Jeremiah goes with Justine, and then she's like, but there's an extra boy. So this guy named Johnny comes in, and like I don't know, he seems kind of nice, but I feel like he's gonna be awful. Like Michael from like he seemed good at first, and then mm-mm.
Yeah.
And this is where I started calling James Chris. I wrote,
Um,
ew, Chris did that peck thing. Like, like The Rock does that where he
oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
I was like, why are you
Flexes his
stop?
pecs.
Ew.
Yeah. Also, what bothers me about Johnny, okay, I see right through it. When a guy says that he has sisters and he likes to treat women like he treat his sisters, that's what he's saying to get you to sleep with him. He does not care about you, and he's just going to say that like that's his line to pull women.
Yeah, I don't trust him either. Um so now they're like getting to know each other and whatever. But then the girls are talking about their guys that they've just been paired up with, and they don't remember their names. Like you could tell when they were talking to each other. She was like, "So how's your guy?" And they're like, "Oh, he seems nice." Like they don't remember their name.
I really like how they're calling them sweet. Like, you've known him for 10 seconds. You don't even know his name. How do you know that he's sweet?
He's probably an awful person.
Yeah.
And also, all their cups are labeled so they don't get coronavirus. Like in the like they get these water bottles, and they in the UK one they did that too, but they didn't have like their names on every cup.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god.
That's funny. So then everyone goes back outside. I don't know why they went inside to begin with.
Yeah, I don't either.
Maybe because it's summer in Vegas, so it is 1,000 degrees out.
They're
Um,
sweating like crazy. It's gross.
I know. I feel so bad for them. I don't understand how any of them are wearing makeup. Like mine would just like melt off. Like I would wipe my forehead and it would just be orange.
I don't know why they're not like in the pool or anything too. Like, just cool off.
Yeah. So it cuts to Connor and Mackenzie talking, and they're both like, well, she's like, yeah, I like sports. And he's like, wow, you're my dream girl. And then she's like, I haven't been in a relationship in 8 months. And then he says, me neither. It's fate. Yep.
Wow.
You like sports and you were in a relationship 8 months ago? You guys are meant for each other.
They're like, yeah, everyone's saying like, oh yeah, we have so much in common. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Sally's talking about how she was a head cheerleader. She definitely would have bullied us if we went to high school with her.
We didn't even have cheerleaders in high school.
Yeah. That's how lame our high school was.
But and Justine and Jeremiah, they're talking about everyone else but themselves. So it
Yeah.
was like that's when I was really like, oh, this is gonna turn into like a Yewande situation.
hmm Jeremiah has literally no chat. No chat.
Not once in this entire episode did they say, you wanna have a chat?
I know.
I was so upset.
Can I pull you in for a chat? That was the worst. I'm so sorry to anyone who's offended by that.
Yeah, but like I think Moira and Chris, it's not Chris, it's Moira and James are cute though, because
Yeah.
they're talking about like just like how awkward and like weird they are. I think
hmm
they're cute.
I know. I honestly, I'm rooting for them at the moment.
I think they're gonna be good for a while, but I also think someone's gonna come in for Caitlyn and it's gonna be perfect.
Her
Yeah.
head's gonna turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. At this point, it's nighttime and they're partying, which is just changing into different clothes and doing the same thing they were doing before. Um, and everyone's dancing and twerking to Watermelon Sugar High. Please don't use Harry's music in this show because he's too pure for you.
It was weird.
Yeah. Did I say Watermelon Sugar High?
Yeah.
Oh my god, please just end
Fake
my life.
fan.
I'm so fake. Watermelon sugar, oh my god, I'm never gonna live this down. Oh no, no, no. No. So upset.
She's gonna cry.
Okay, sorry about that. But yes, okay, so
So Johnny's like talking to another girl. It's either Caitlyn or Sally. I didn't
I
write it
think
down.
it's Sally.
Okay. I just was upset by what he said. He was like talking about where he's from, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm from Virginia. It's like the first state." It's like I wrote, "Johnny, you're an idiot.
He is dumb. Well, not
Virginia
in,
is not the first state."
isn't Delaware the first state?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah. And also, Sally or Caitlin or whoever he was talking to thinks that people from Virginia aren't real. Like, you've never met someone from Virginia? Do you
Like
live under a rock?
the only people who aren't real are the people who live in Central Jersey.
Oh my god, that was a joke to anyone listening.
You're real. I'm sorry.
And so a girl walks by, I forget who it is, and hands her her water bottle,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and she goes to drink out of it and it starts leaking, and I think that's definitely sabotage. But then she like smoothly recovers by saying, "Oh no," by saying, "You're making me wet already." Ew.
yeah. Yeah.
How does that? That's not. Ugh.
Yeah, and like Johnny's like ask the girl who walks by, he's like, "So where's mine?" He says that too, and then one of the boys walks up with his water bottle, and I was just like, I really hope there's a real good bromance
I know.
on this season. Like that's what made it. Like Tommy and Curtis and like just all of them. It
hmm
was so like they were as good as like all the relationships.
Yeah, I think I love watching it for like I love watching. Oh, I don't want to say I love watching Love Island. I don't want to admit that. I enjoy watching Love Island to see like friendships grow and continue after the show. Like you could tell that they're like
Yeah.
genuine friendships that they build.
So after they're like talking, they're playing suck and blow. These are like full on adults, and I don't know.
Okay, those people playing Suck and Blow are probably the only people in the world right now playing Suck and Blow during a pandemic. Think about how interesting that is.
Yeah, they're also really bad at it, and nope, James gets mad. Like I was gonna say Chris, um, he has to like, or Moira has to kiss someone else, and he gets really jealous.
Yeah.
And I was like, drama, drama, please.
Please give me something here.
And every time they drop the card, there's like a thing on the back, so like someone else has to like.
A
It's
dare.
kind of like I feel like it's like truth or dare more than I don't know. But
Yeah.
anyway, after that, Caitlyn is going to talk to other guys, and you can see like Carrington freaking out. He's like stressed, and I think she's like talking to Trey at this point, and he's like, "Oh no, is it Carrington?"
Well, okay. I do have something to say about her first conversation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Johnny pulls Caitlin aside and they start chatting. And she's talking about how her eyes changed colors.
Oh my god.
I can't help but cringe because sometimes I say that my eyes change from green to gray to blue. And I can't believe how awful that sounds hearing someone else say it. And therefore,
No.
I will be passing away and never saying that again.
I know, that's exactly what I was thinking though. I was like, damn, mine do that too.
We're just so narcissistic.
I'm not unique. Yeah, I was just, oh, that made me hate myself. Um,
Yeah. But then Carrington steps in and he pulls Caitlin aside and admits that he is jealous and that he actually wants to get to know her. And they kiss.
it's a nasty kiss. But like the whole time he's talking about her, he's not like talking to her. He's looking straight ahead and will not look her in the eye. He's just like wiping sweat away from his face the entire time.
Yep. I feel
Ugh.
bad for these people. They should have picked a better location,
I
honestly.
know. Like really, Las Vegas? A desert? Are you
Mhm.
serious?
I like as much as I hated Carrington at the beginning, I really hope that he was just putting on a show to get our attention and that he
hmm
actually is maybe a nice person once we get to know him a little bit, but he's
But I feel like he only kissed Caitlyn because Johnny was looking.
yeah. Yep. I think he thinks of the show as a competition right now because
Yeah.
he literally said the other guys are his competition.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's so much tongue in the kiss. It's just not right. I felt so wrong watching it.
Yeah, and then it like I feel like for this at least this 10-15 minutes like section, it's they're just following Caitlyn around as she like talks to each boy, and I was like, what is this, the Caitlyn show? Like what?
I know. It's just interesting how all the guys are into her.
I think it's because she's older. Like she's 27 and all the other girls are 22, 23, 24. And the guys are all really young too.
Mhm.
Like none of the guys are older.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to ages, honestly. That makes sense, I guess. I also thought it was because like guys have that like hunter instinct where they love like a chase.
I feel like
I'm overgeneralizing right now. Like I realize that, I'll admit it, but like guys like to have competition and a chase.
she's not like making them chase her though. She's really just talking to all of them, except the guys keep going in trying to make out with her.
Yeah.
Like Trey does it too.
Well, I mean, like she's not doing it intentionally. She's just getting to know people. It's not like
No,
she's
I don't mean her. I mean the guys.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is that the guys are seeing like one guy will see two guys going after Caitlyn and be like, oh, there's something about her. Like, I love
Okay,
Jake.
gotcha,
I'm
gotcha.
gonna go after her. Like, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, it's
I
not
get it.
her like intentionally doing anything. She's just living life,
Okay.
basking in these men.
But yeah, so like she's talking to Trey, and then Trey makes out with her too, and it's also kind of gross. Oh, one thing I did not miss, the kissing noises.
It's so disgusting.
Because the mics are so close. Like, can they turn it down for that? I don't know. It's just,
It
ugh,
made me cringe.
it's so gross.
And then, okay, so Trey is talking. Trey is also talking to Caitlin before he like goes in for the kiss, and he's like, "Oh, when were you born?" And she says June 7th. Why did I know, I remember that. And he goes, "Oh, so you're a Gemini?" There is no way that he didn't overhear her talking about that and just decided to bring it up to like there's no way he also knew that Sagittariuses and Geminis are a great match. Like that
Yeah,
annoyed me.
yeah.
But
Like,
that's what he says right before they kiss too. Like he's talking about how like good of a pair Sagittarius and Geminis are.
that's why our Sagittarius moons and our Gemini and Leo suns make us a good pair.
In case anyone wanted to know our birth chart.
But yeah, so after we finish the Caitlyn show, Mackenzie and Connor are talking, and her voice is so annoying.
I didn't have a problem with her voice. I had a problem with Connor's voice. Like it was ugh. he he just keeps talking about how like he's not good enough for her, like he doesn't think he's attractive. He he's like
Yeah,
so
that was weird.
whiny. Like
The way he was talking was annoying. I didn't find his voice annoying.
oh, I found both annoying. Like the most unattractive thing in a man is when he like brings himself down. Like have some confidence.
Yeah. Like,
It
self deprecating humor's okay, but, like, all, I don't know. Like, you're getting to know her. Why would you be like, I'm
mhm,
not, I don't know.
yeah. And she's also talking about how like she's waiting for the right moment to share a kiss with him and he's like, "Yeah, me too." And she's basically saying like, "You idiot, kiss me." And he won't do it because he doesn't have any confidence.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The guys, like, I feel like the guys on here are all putting up a front, whereas the guys in the UK one are all really that narcissistic and will just do it.
Yeah. Yeah. All of these guys seem kind of like insecure deep down, like Carrington and Connor especially. And it's just
Yeah.
like we can see right through it like within this first episode.
Oh, but then after this, I felt so bad because now Justine is crying about how no one's gonna like want to be with her, and I was like, this is just you one day all over again, and
I was so
it made
upset
me
by
so
this.
upset. Like,
Okay,
it's the first night.
she is simply too much of a queen for these simple boys.
I know.
Like, excuse me, ma'am, you indeed dropped your crown. Pick it up because you are a queen, Justine. Like, I love her,
She deserves better.
and it's so like okay. This was something that kind of bothered me. The way Mackenzie, like, it's nice that Mackenzie's talking to her and is like, "I'm gonna be here for you," but Mackenzie says that she intimidates, like that Justine intimidates the boys, and that's why none of them are approaching her. What is that supposed to mean? Does that does that not strike you as something that has a double meaning, perhaps?
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I'd like to like give her the benefit of the doubt and be like, you're super smart, you're super pretty, like, you're the whole package. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It that kind of that wording was a bit off there. Like she probably didn't mean any harm by it, but she should think a little bit more wisely about what she says.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what I was saying here. I didn't put any, like, a lot of details in my notes because they're just sitting in a room all day. So I'm a little confused.
I have
I don't.
just as much notes, if not more, than a movie that we review.
Like, my next thing is Johnny's so lonely. Oh, they're going to bed. They're going to bed. I got it. So in Love Island, as soon as you're coupled up, you sleep in the same bed together. So they're all just getting cozy in bed, but Johnny's all alone.
Yeah.
He looks really sad.
Yeah, he does look sad. But I kind of like how some of them put up a barrier of
Hmm.
pillows, like their first night sleeping with each other. I think that's kind of cute. But
Yeah.
like the ones that are like sharing their first intimate moments as a couple, just like watching that, like watching them like lay in bed, like talking to each other, kind of makes me feel uneasy.
Do you remember when Molly and Tommy
Oh.
were literally just going at it and they have it on TV?
Yeah, like full on having sex on TV.
That was that was uncomfortable.
I don't think they would ever show that in the American version, but definitely like I've watched like one or two episodes of Geordie Shore, and you
Oh
can like
god.
also see them like straight up having sex on TV.
You made me watch like an episode of Jordy. That was something else.
Should we
Like,
review
oh
that
my
next?
god.
We should talk about that too.
Jordy Shore isn't trending. Jordy Shore's so old.
I know, but it's so funny. Scotty T.
Oh my god.
I
Oh
love
my god.
Scotty T. Sorry. Okay, we're getting off track here. Where are
Um
we?
so
Oh,
it's like a commercial and then it's the next morning.
yeah.
Um and Caitlin's like, I don't remember if she's just like talking to a guy or it's her like solo thing, and she's just like, yeah, I want to get to know these guys, and she also wants to tell Sally that Trey kissed her. She
Hmm.
was like, I'm not trying to hide it from her. I know we've all just met. I just want her to know that this happened. Like, that made me think that Caitlyn is, I don't know, maybe like a girl's girl, but also just like she's not like trying to be sneaky. Like, I don't know. I felt like that was good.
She's not a snake.
A snick.
Snake.
Yeah. And then we see Chris and Moira talking, and he keeps a crit. No, James and Moira talking.
I'm so confused.
I'm sorry. I don't
You
know.
skipped so much. You've
Go
skipped
back.
so much. Okay, okay, so Caitlin goes in to tell Sally about her makeout sesh with Trey. And then she's like, he's kind of like a big brother to me, so I don't know why we did that. I'm like, okay, Caitlin, that's kind of weird.
He's also
Ew.
4 years younger than you.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure about that. And she also explains that she does not like Carrington and she friend zoned him, which is sad news for Carrington, but maybe he should have not used full tongue when they were kissing.
Yeah, that
um,
was like real, real nasty.
and then she tells Sally, and Sally doesn't really care. She's like, oh, that's fine. He's
Yeah.
not really like, I'm not committed to him. Um, and then Johnny is sitting by the pool and explains that his top two are Sally and Caitlin. And then Johnny also goes to talk to Caitlin. Carrington throws a ball at him and it hits them both, which I thought was probably intentional. Okay, and now we're at James and Moira.
Okay. I wrote, okay, Chris just keeps saying wow, and then I was like, his name is definitely not Chris, and I'm confused. I don't know his name.
Oh my
Like,
god.
I pulled that name out of a hat. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But he just kept saying wow.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know. I don't know why he said it. Like, over and over again. Probably 8 times within the span of 30 seconds.
Maybe he's just doing his own Wilson impression.
He's really
Wow.
just trying to woo Moira.
Wow. Sorry. Yeah, they're
um,
kind of
yeah,
weirdos, but I kind of like it. They're just
yeah.
like strange people.
And then there's a lot of loud kissing noises.
Yeah. And then
um,
Trey and Sally are having a chat, and
yeah,
she explains
th-
that she doesn't know who she likes more.
but this is also when I was like, why do they have so many clothes on? Because
Oh
this is
yeah.
where she's wearing this like kind of t-shirty like crop top bathing suit. And she's like, where's the barely there?
Where's the nudity? Where's
um,
the objectification of these people?
yeah. And I feel like all the girls, like not all of them, but everyone like likes Johnny, and it's kind of like not like oh like he's mine, but there's like a little bit of a who gets Johnny, you know.
Hmm.
And I've got a text like he gets well that's not yet, but like he gets to steal a girl tonight. Johnny does.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I was confused though because I thought the girls got to pick first. Like I forgot how the show worked for a minute, and I was like, oh, since the boys got to pick the girls at the first coupling thing, now the girls get to pick the guy they want to be with. But it turns out Johnny gets to pick a girl. I was all confused.
Yeah. I think it's just because he's the newcomer, so he's not going to be left single, like without
Yeah,
like really a chance of like getting to know people. Like with one day of getting to know people, that's not enough time for the girls to pick someone else.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, before the I got a text.
Yeah,
This
we
is
skipped over a little bit.
yeah the one thing funny that the narrator said is when Mackenzie's trying to talk to Connor and they're all dressed up because now it's like their ceremony thing. And he's like, yeah, they're gonna sit down and have a chat. Not that he says that part, but he's like, as soon as Mackenzie finds out how stools work.
Yeah, I
Because
thought that was
it's
okay.
like it has like a back and like arms on the stool, which is like different for a stool, I guess. And she like goes to sit down, but like the back sit at the back part and she's like trying to move it around. Yeah, that was the only funny thing he said.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's time for Johnny to make the big decision. So,
hmm
right as he's like, I want to choose. Why am I speaking in a British accent? And he's like,
That
I want to,
sounded country.
I want to choose this girl because she's fit, funny, has good chat. um, right as he's about to say the name, I get my 50th colon guard commercial. Did you get those commercials?
I got that one once. I didn't get that one a lot. I got a lot of
I got
car
it
commercials.
every time, and I wanted to scream. Like, excuse me, I don't want you to examine my stool. Please leave me alone. Get
There's
off.
so many commercials in Love Island. It's insane.
I know. We were probably watching that with commercials for 2 hours.
hmm
Insane.
Yeah, and they always make it so dramatic when he like goes to say their name. Oh, it stresses me out. And I honestly I thought it was gonna be Caitlyn. I was wrong. It was
Yeah.
Sally.
Yeah. So Johnny chooses Sally. Caitlin looks pissed. And then Carrington and Jeremiah get texts that they're going on dates, hot tub dates. And you see Jeremiah like fall to the ground. He's so excited right in front of Justine.
I know. I was like,
You
of course. And like right before this, I totally skipped over it, but Jeremiah and Justine were talking. They were like, I don't. She was like, I should like be giving you a shot. Like I felt like more friendship ish when we first like were paired together, but like I don't know why. Like why not give you a shot? Like we should like see where this goes. I have feel great vibes with you or whatever. And then, of course, Jeremiah is the one who's going on a date with a new girl.
Yep. Yep.
I felt
Like,
so bad.
you did not have to do that to Justine. You could have given Trey. You could have given Trey that date, but no.
I know. Like, you specifically did that to Justine, and it makes me upset.
Yeah. The producers need to care more about black women on the show
I
and
know.
have more than just one.
Well, one of the new girls or one of the new women is black, but we don't really see. I guess the new episode was last night actually, but so I don't know what happened, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And I just think that the like in the UK one they call the girls from the very start that kind of make it almost the whole way to the end, the OGs. And
Hmm.
there should be more than one black girl OG, my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree.
Yep.
They did have Sully's Latina, which is cool,
Yeah.
but that's about
That's about
it.
it. Representation.
Yeah.
What I think would make this show 10 times better is if everyone on the show was just pansexual. And it was just a free for all.
I was
That would
thinking
be
that like they should do something like that. I feel like that would be cool.
that would be
Then you never
so
know. Everybody can just like pair up with anybody, and it's just that would be chaotic but really good.
yeah. That would be my ideal show. I would eat that up.
Oh, but that's the end of the episode. That's when they get those texts that they're going on dates with new girls. That's where it ends.
Oh yeah. That's basically it.
Yeah,
Disappointing to say the least.
I know. I loved investing my time in the UK one.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I shouldn't admit that, like, it was so good.
It was so funny.
And I don't know how they're gonna do it. Like, they're stuck there the entire time. Like, which is good. Like, yeah, like you shouldn't be going anywhere. But like, how are you gonna go on dates? Like, that's like one of the things where people really get to know each other. They get to go do something,
Exactly.
and like, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Yeah. Even if this was just set in California and they rented a huge two huge villas on the beach, one for staff and then the other one for the actual cast of
But
the
then
show.
also Casa Amor.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't Casa More can be just left out for this season. I don't think it'll work. But and then have a professional boat driver stay with them too and just that way they can go on boat dates and beach dates, stuff like that. I don't know why they picked Vegas.
Yeah, it's such a weird place to pick. Like, it's not like you can go to the casinos or whatever. Like, I mean, you
Mhm.
can, but they're not going to.
Yeah. I just think that if they had chosen the beach or something, a beach town anywhere in the US in the summer, they would have had more to work with and it would have been just as safe.
Yeah. I want to be committed to this show, but I can't be because they don't treat Justine right.
I know.
And it's not trashy enough. And I'll just rewatch the UK one.
I know. Oh.
I also don't want to pay for CBS All Access. Sorry.
Yep, that's the other thing. It was so hard to get into the site.
I know. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll probably watch it some more,
I
but
know.
okay, the last question, well, we can talk more if you want, but another question a question that I have for you upon watching this show is can I pull you in for a chat?
Of course, love.
All right, babes. I'm sorry about our bad British accents. We're
My
not
head
gifted.
was turned. Turned my head.
Who do you think you are?
Congress.
You're being childish. 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 Childish? Can't say it. I'm so bad at British accents.
There's just so many.
I know.
Honestly,
Check.
is there a new is there a new UK one? I'll watch that. I'll like keep watching that.
No, that's why we have to watch the US one. Because it never got renewed for this season because of coronavirus.
Maybe they'll start it up now because they're open as a country. But they go to Spain, so I don't know. Well, anyway, back to Love Island.
That's fine.
I will probably watch a few more episodes. And if I do watch a few more episodes, maybe I'll get too invested and have to watch the rest. Even though I don't want to. But
It's literally the only live TV we could watch right now.
Yeah.
Besides, like, sports.
Sports. There's disgust on my face right now. Yeah. So who knows what show's going to be out next week that we should watch? If you have any shows that you think are absolutely amazing that we need to watch, besides the Avatar one, because Lauren already watched that and I'm in the middle of it, let us know. Because we just love some good old, hopefully trashy reality TV shows, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for this week. I'm excited to be back.
Same. I feel so good to be back and chatting with you.
I miss having a chat with you.
Yeah, but me too. Well,
me too. That's what you sounded like. You sounded so unenthusiastic to talk to me.
Ugh, I have to talk to this bitch.
Okay, well.
I'm kidding, I love being back.
Now that my heart's broken.
I was being sarcastic just in case anyone couldn't read my sarcasm.
This show is over. We're never talking to each other again.
That's actually
follow us on social media.
That's actually been the last episode of How Have We Never Seen This Before because Isabel's mad at me for the 100th time because I insulted her.
You lost your dongle.
I lost my dongle. I had to delay the recording of this episode.
I'm fine.
I didn't mean to lose my dongle.
I hate that word. Okay.
Okay. Well, if you would like to see more content from How Have We Never Seen This Before, you can follow us on Instagram at How Have We Never Podcast or like us on Facebook, even though we don't really post on Facebook because no one likes us.
We're also in the process of getting our episodes up on YouTube, so you can listen to them on there as well. And once our platform releases their video, video podcasting, we're gonna have, you can see us doing it live. Not live,
see
but
our
you know
beautiful
what I mean.
faces.
Oh god. But yeah, it should be exciting. Hopefully they release that soon for you people demanding for micro content. I hope you listen this far. I'm calling you out. Anyway, we'll see you all. Talk to y'all next week. Bye.
This has been a lovely chat.
Congratulations, you've made it to the end of our podcast. We hope you enjoyed listening. How Have We Never Seen This Before is produced by Isabel and Lauren. The music is by Scott Holmes. The podcast art is by Michael Beaumont over at Monitor Comics, and our social media is run by Lauren Cola. Thanks for listening.